Good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Ruckman.
And I'm Alex Bueno. And welcome to Skeenock.
SGNOC.
What?
It's SGNOC.
I know how it's spelled.
What is SGNOC, you ask? That's a great question. Perhaps you've heard of John Krasinski, and perhaps you've even been putting your quarantine time to good use by watching episodes of Some Good News, or SGN, on YouTube. Well, not to be outdone by an international superstar, we at the Chance Theater decided it was high time for us to focus on some good news right here in our local community of Orange County. That's right. Since right now we can't gather at our theater to tell you stories on our stages, we're going to tell your stories online. So, ladies and gentlemen of OC, this is our SGN. And now we turn to my appropriately socially distant co-host, Alex Bueno.
Thank you, Jen. You know, being trapped in a house with my family and having multiple meltdowns every week got me thinking about how important humor is, especially at this time. So I'd like to kick things off with a segment I like to call Do Re Meme.
Do, re, meme.
In this segment, we showcase what you, the people, really have to say about this COVID crisis. Women Who Whine said Netflix should change their message from, "Are you still watching?" to, "Go refill your wine and come back." At Internet Hippo tweeted, "I like how ads have gone from buy a Toyota to this is a difficult and uncertain time for us all. Buy a Toyota." Wendy Aaron asks, "Has my family always chewed? I never really noticed until now." At Clue Don't tweets, "Day 18 of lockdown. Filled the dog with helium." And finally, you want to change things up a bit in the morning? Try quarantine coffee. Quarantine coffee. It's just like regular coffee, only it has margarita in it. And also, no coffee. Back to you, Jen.
Thanks, Alex. Now let's get right down to some good news, shall we? We can't help but notice during this uncertain time that people are finding truly remarkable and creative ways to celebrate both the important people and milestones in their lives. May 4th through 8th marked Teacher Appreciation Week, and boy, do we appreciate you. Schools and students across Orange County found ways to honor these amazing individuals during this time. The Anaheim Union High School District took to social media to thank all of the teachers and staff that have been making a difference throughout this past school year. From special education providers to facilities, no one was forgotten in their heartfelt thanks. And as another school year comes to a close, schools are trying to find ways to honor their graduating seniors. Some local schools have gotten especially creative with their celebrations. In Placentia, teachers from El Dorado Hills High School were seen distributing signs to their graduating students. The school staff created a drive-through celebration for their students, cheering them on and celebrating their accomplishments. In addition to yard signs, Mater Dei High School in Santa Ana also held a drive-through stole ceremony a few weeks ago for their seniors. This was held for seniors who held a 4.0 GPA to celebrate their accomplishments. School staff were seen cheering and holding signs, while students received their stoles and cookies to make the occasion just a little sweeter.
That's right, Jen. Oh, and I'd like to say I'm sorry to my son's teacher. I somehow undid everything you taught him. You know how food is a thing? We all need it to live. Well, our good news continues with so many examples of local heroes doing everything they can to help their communities. Like Feed the Frontlines, which is a new project by Orange County native Steve Carlson. Feed the Frontlines OC supports food trucks and healthcare workers by creating opportunities for food truck partners to prepare and distribute free meals for hospital workers around our county. Steve is also the founder of Food Smackdown. And if you're like me and thought this was a reality show about food wrestling, you'd be wrong. It's a company that arranges gourmet food trucks for special events in Orange County. Also, Influence Church Orange County. They began their food distribution program, so anytime between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m., you'll be able to drive up and receive food. If you or anyone you know are in need during this time, please pass this information along. The address is 8163 East Kaiser Boulevard, Anaheim, California, 92808. If you'd like to volunteer or help in any way, just reach out to Jen at influencechurch.org. And finally, we want to give a huge shout out to FLAG, which stands for Frontline Appreciation Group. They just added 3 huge boxes of delicious hot meals to the number of meals delivered to our local frontline heroes, courtesy of Kino's in Anaheim Hills. The meals were very much appreciated by the frontline staff working at St. Jude's Hospital. And Hunter, the therapy dog, went along to help. He's such a good boy. Aren't you? You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are such a good boy. Yes, you are. And to tell us more, we'd like to go to our field correspondent, Laura Hathaway.
Community Spotlight. Thanks, Alex. For today's Community Spotlight, I looked no further than the Chance Theater's lobby. If you've attended a Chance Theater event, you have probably seen Christina Rice and the staff from Sally Ann Catering serving delicious food. This fabulous partner of the theater has been catering events in and around Orange County for over 50 years. But with the changes in our community due to COVID-19, I wanted to find out how an event-based business is coping with our current world. So I decided to reach out and chat with Christina. So how are you? How have you been doing these past couple of crazy months?
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Life has really changed for me quite a bit. Prior to 2020, I was really having the best year catering in the 50 years that Sally Ann's Catering has been in business. Sales were great. 100% of my parties fell off the books. 100%. So that was a tough thing for us. But then we started refiguring out what entertaining meant. And I would say that things are picking up in a different way.
So you know, how have you been coping with this whole thing when your business is based solely on events? Well, not solely, but significantly on events.
I'm going to be really honest with you and tell you the first week of lockdown, it was very scary because it was like every phone call was we're canceling our event. And then it got to be where I had nothing confirmed on the books. And then I had a client who called me and Michael Penn, you may have heard of him, who called me and he says, we miss our nice restaurants. And I just wish that we could still get your food, and just pick it up. And I said, well, we could start these nightly meals again. And we started it one night. It was actually St. Patrick's Day. We were thinking of doing it. But then when the full lockdown started, we thought we'd try 2 nights and then 3 nights. And then it got to be, there were 30, 35 people that wanted to pick up a nice, upper shelf meal. And so that's how it started. And now we've been doing it 6 weeks, I think. It's hard to remember how many weeks it's been.
Time has no meaning anymore, does it?
And we've learned so much along the way. I mean, you prepay and we do no contact deliveries. So we can drop it off right at your door. And the great thing is a lot of people send a gift to somebody. And we'll put a card on it. So someone will call and say, I want to send this to my friend for a birthday. And I'll attach a balloon to it or a cake, bottle of champagne. We did white wine sangrias for Cinco de Mayo with every order. So it's been kind of fun rediscovering what we can do and still make it fun and entertaining.
Where can people find your delicious food? Who can they call? What can they do? How can people go and support Sally Ann Catering and get delicious food delivered straight to their home?
I mean, you can always call. Just call, because I love to hear from new customers. I love to hear where they heard about us. But if you go to the website, which is sallyanncatering.com, big red button in the middle, it says order your nightly dinners. The menus come up and then you can order from there.
Thank you for that. I literally can't think about anything but delicious food from Sally Ann Catering. So now let's check in with our Shakespearean weather correspondent, Aaron. How's it looking out there, Aaron?
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. And hark what a glorious sun it has been. Marry, I foresee it shall shine ever so bright in the coming days, for the better part of a fortnight. The temperament of Mercury shall remain in the upper 70s during the day, and linger in the low 60s after nightfall. To sunbathe or not to sunbathe shall be the question on the tips of everyone's tongues.
I can no other answer make but thanks and thanks, Sir Lord Weatherman. And Southern California recently heard a loud and powerful statement of support for the medical staff on the front lines. Members of the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds did a thank you flyover on Friday, May 15th as a salute to healthcare workers. And of course, their tribute included a trip over the happiest place on earth.
And across Orange County, people continue to create art for their local communities. From positivity and Post-its to sidewalk art, toilet paper sandcastles, and some friendly reminders on your cupcakes.
That's right, Alex. And let's not forget all the amazing ways people found to celebrate our most recent holiday, Mother's Day. For more good news from the field, here's Matt Takahashi.
Mother's Day, a day we celebrate mothers. Usually a day of flowers, hugs, big dinners out, and time together. This year, how were folks able to celebrate their moms when they couldn't take them out to dinner, see a show, or sometimes even hug them? Luckily, people in Orange County found some unique and downright incredible ways of celebrating their moms. With dine-in restaurants closed, Shannon Page's children ordered lunch and made her dinner. And our very own Laura Hathaway made her mom a nice breakfast while enjoying each other's company. Since travel is not an option right now, Jamie Nix and her sister created a virtual tour of Paris for their mom, taking her through a city she has always wanted to visit. But one of the most creative celebrations of Mother's Day came courtesy of chance artist Brendan Knox, seen in last summer's production of Ragtime. He created a video for his mother where he recited poetry and celebrated how much he appreciates her. In a clear attempt to make the rest of us look like complete underachievers, the video Brendan interacted with the people around the room, including the live Brendan, creating a truly interactive and unique Mother's Day experience that his mom will never forget. Back to you, Jen.
Thank you, Matt. And a very happy belated Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Which brings us to one of my favorite segments, Pandemic Parenting, or PPE, where we remind you that you're not alone, we are in this together, and it's okay to lower our standards a bit.
What are you doing?
I'm bored.
Go bang your head against the wall.
Mom.
Only boring people are bored.
PP tip number 1. If you see your child eating off the floor, don't worry. Eventually they're going to see you do it anyway, so what's the point? Embrace your floor snacks, Mom and Dad. No one's judging you. This tip brought to you by Mommy's Anonymous.
Thanks, Jen. Unfortunately, we do have a bit of not so good news to report today. For the health and well-being of our patrons and artists, the Chance Theater has decided to cancel our summer production of Billy Elliot the Musical. But the point of this show is to bring you some good news. So, since you won't be able to join us for a British ballet dancing boy, how about we show you a video featuring our mini correspondents showing off their sweet, sweet dance moves.
I don't know what could be better news than that. And you can stay involved with the Chants in other ways in the upcoming weeks as well. We're hosting cyber chats every other Friday night. Watch the shows online and then join us for a virtual theater trip with Chants artists. And remember, we need your help now more than ever, so please consider donating to our Make Them Hear You campaign. Your generous gift will be matched dollar for dollar and help us make it through this uncertain time.
I've lit this candle and I'm holding this Pokemon because, well, I'd like to get a little serious, if I may. Right now, artists are coming together in so many wonderful and creative ways. If you missed the live conversation on May 20th, then check out the recording of the Orange County Theater Guild's Roundtable. Artistic directors from theaters large and small gathered for a Q&A about the state of OC theater in this madness.
And most importantly, we want to hear from you, Orange County. Send us your good news, pictures, stories, videos, we want it all. Email us at goodnews@chancetheater.com and help us highlight local heroes and moments of joy. That's it, that's our show. In case you couldn't tell, we have absolutely no idea what we're doing, but we are wearing glasses, so that's how you know we're smart. Maybe we'll stumble through another one of these episodes again soon. Until then, this is SGNOC, reminding you that until we can tell you stories on our stages, we're gonna tell your stories online. I'm Jennifer Ruckman.
And I'm Alex Bueno. Until next time, stay citrus, Orange County.